I hope you're hungry because we're going to be talking about Polish barbecue in today's video. Link to the original video is down in the description below. If you like the commentary and discussions you hear on my channel, consider subscribing. I also have a playlist to all my other Polish reaction and commentary videos in the description. Without further ado, let's jump into it.
Hello and welcome to Love My Poland and welcome to my backyard. Today I have fired up the grill and we're going to take a look at a few ways barbecuing or grilling out differs in Poland from my American perspective. Now, before I begin, I have to emphasize that cooking out is a huge deal here in Poland. They adore this form of recreation. It's like
And I think he says recreation, and I think it needs to be understood that that is kind of what it is. I am not a barbecue expert, but I've lived in Texas long enough to be a part of the culture, right? And understand that barbecuing is in some ways its own culture that can exist inside of the other cultures. It's kind of crazy to really put it into words, but when you start doing it and grilling out, you really understand the camaraderie, the celebration that is grilling out and barbecuing. So I do want to, for those maybe countries that are watching that may not have something similar to this, I do think that like it's worth looking up or even starting some version of this in your own country. I know a little bit about the Polish grilling out, but I don't know everything. So I'm really excited for this video for sure.
a national pastime, and the official grilling season here starts each year on May Day or May the 1st during the long May weekend.
Okay, this is an older video. Is that still accurate? Is that when it actually starts? Because I feel that's kind of different than what I would expect. So like in America, I guess because America has such varying degrees of weather, you could go anywhere in the world or anywhere in the US and there's someone, well, actually, no, actually I lied. In the South, you can grill and barbecue pretty much all year long, regardless of the weather. So that's interesting.
So let's compare the way our countries approach cooking out today. And I don't want to speak for all Americans. We are a huge country, but I'm basing this really on the way that I grew up in Houston, Texas, 18 years, and comparing it that way.
Hey, Texas, let's go. Texas barbecue is really, really good. I mean, Southern barbecue in general is really, really good, but, or Midwest, however you want to put it. But to me, I always prefer Texas barbecue. I don't know what it is. It's just so good. I mean, I do know, but I'm being mysterious.
With that being said, let's get right to it. We have to start first of all with polska kiełbasa, Polish sausage. There is so much to say here about sausage that I really don't know where to start. Grilling out in Poland brings such a wide array of meat options from which to choose. First of all, grilling out in my America always meant hamburgers, hot dogs, steaks sometimes, barbecue chicken drowned in barbecue sauce.
Okay, so I had a different experience because I grew up in with like Mexican culture, and if you don't know, Texas used to be Mexico. So a lot of the barbecuing and grilling out culture that we had is very intertwined with Mexican cowboys. Because believe it or not, the original cowboys were Mexicans. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise because they don't know what they're talking about. The very first cowboys were Mexicans. So a lot of the grilling culture that you see, even when it's like burgers and hot dogs and stuff, it some ways comes from that. But that being said, though, okay, there's much more of a variety than what he's just saying. For sure, even in Texas.
And in Texas, your occasional smoked brisket. However, when you're in Poland, you can always count on good sausages on the grill. And if you're an American watching right now and you go to a big store in America like Kroger, you're usually going to find one vacuum-packed option with the name Polska Kiełbasa.
Oh my gosh. This is one of the craziest things. Okay, you know what? I'll wait to see what he says.
From Hillshire Farms. And if you've ever had genuine Polish sausage, you know that this kind of sausage tastes nothing like the real Polish sausage.
It is one of the few, okay, I've had a lot of different cultural foods, and then I've tried some of more authentic foods, right, made by some like family friends who have made it and have made it in their home country and stuff like that. So I've had experiences where foods, the American version and the home country version are very similar, but they're obviously the home country is way better. But it's close It's not close, but it's still in the same realm of flavors. Polish sausage in America, for some reason, it is one of the few foods that I've tried that it tastes nothing like the Polish sausage. It is completely different. And I don't understand how that it makes any sense to me when if I, for example, get ingredients to make Mexican food or get some type of Mexican foods, it's not the same, but it's still in the same circle. Like it'll work. It's good enough, right? But for some reason, Polish sausage, I thought it was funny that he said this because I haven't seen this video, but it's just so funny because that is it's like a core memory in my brain, like being like, this tastes actual Polish sausage tastes amazing. But when you're only ever trying like the American versions, it's almost like, what the hell is going on? It's like we've been scammed. I honestly I remember when I first tried real Polish sausage, I felt embarrassed. Like I felt like a certain embarrassment in my heart because I was like, I can't believe I spent money on these American versions when they taste nothing like it. I felt kind of scammed by the American versions. I'm not going to lie to you. I still right now still feel kind of scammed by it. It is that different. Let me know in the comments if you're Polish, if you ever try these American brands and if you feel the same way. Because to me, it's crazy. It's actually, he's underselling it. It's actually crazy.
But the variety of sausages you can buy in local shops here will make you dizzy. If you ask a Polish person, a friend, to pick up some sausage for the grill, they may respond with something like this. Well, what kind of sausage exactly, Russell? There are so many different kinds. Do you want kielbasa śląska, kielbasa wiejska? Maybe you want kielbasa toruńska or kielbasa poznańska.
I will say this. Texas has some really good sausages, but there's not, at least when I was growing up, there isn't really a huge variety because it was like, if you wanted really good, authentic, like locally made sausage, they were only going to really sell what they knew that was really, really good. That being said, though, right, as I've gotten older and I've visited my family back home, it's only recently that they started exploring more with sausage in Texas. But even then, it's still kind of in the same realm of flavors because they still got to try to, they got to still sell to the people that live there. So I say all that to say, I'm probably 100% certain that even when you take that in consideration, it's probably nowhere near the number of Polish sausages. And I'll be honest, it sounds kind of crazy, but I want to try it all. I just want to try it all. When I go to Poland, I'm going to, I've already said this before, I'm going to eat a lot of food. All right. But y'all remind me, and I'm going to remind myself. It's going to sound crazy, but I want me some Polish sausage. Like
maybe kielbasa swojska, or perhaps you want biała kielbasa. My head was spinning. I was like, give me something good. I don't care. Now, if you ask me, I like to keep it simple. My personal favorite, it's easy. It is kielbasa śląska. I've got 3 right here, all tied together, the old-fashioned style. You can always depend on kielbasa śląska. I could also go with a kielbasa wiejska. Both really scrumptious sausages. Oh, and a mistake I'd like to warn everyone about. Don't do this. Never, ever, under any circumstance, even be tempted to do it. Do not take parówki. Don't take these Oscar Mayer style hot dog wieners and ask to put them on a grill in Poland. You can get killed for doing that here. They will kick you out. This is not sausage. This doesn't work. I cannot remember how many church functions, how many church...
Wait, what? That's like, I mean, I didn't know that. Is that true? But also that seems kind of skinny, like really slim for for something like a main, like something you would put on a grill. It seems kind of, am I tripping? Am I the only one that's like also confused? Like, I don't think I would make that mistake because it just doesn't look like something like that. But at the same time, it's like, is it that common that it's, I don't know. Maybe I'm in the minority, but What does that even taste like?
This is not sausage. This doesn't work. I cannot remember how many church functions, how many church barbecues I went to where the kids, they would just throw on those kind of Oscar Mayer style hot dog sausages and throw them right in the bun. It was great for us. We didn't complain, but that just doesn't happen here. I have yet to see that. Number 2, I love how you cut and season your sausage. This point was probably the most eye-opening for me. When you grab sausage to put it on the grill, you'll really face 3 different styles. The first style is just throwing it on the grill and cooking it as is. And there are 2 types of cuts. There is kind of a straight line cut down the middle going, depending how you look at it, vertically. Yeah. And there's an X cut, like a crisscross cut. I'm a big fan of those X cuts because when they cook, those X's open up and they allow you to add in this delicious przyprawa do grilla, this grill seasoning. They come in these really great little grill sachets like this.
Okay, this is gonna be kind of crazy question. In America, when we do, or in like Texas or something, when we're barbecuing and grilling, we don't really use paper seasoning like this because, I don't know, it's just not good. It's not consistently good. So it's just better to make your own with the things that you already know are probably going to be in this package, right? So is this something that someone would actually buy, or do y'all prefer to just use your own mixes? Because I mean, y'all are much more experienced at, I feel like, grilling sausage. So I'm assuming you would, but I don't know. You got to let me know.
You take it out with your fingertips, you just take a pinch and you put it in the cracks of the sausage, and it is just amazing. It is so delicious. Big thumbs up for these little sachets of grill seasoning. Number 3, in Poland, it's not only about sausage. When you go to the popular supermarkets like Auchan, Carrefour, Lidl, or Biedronka, you're going to be amazed at the choice of pre-seasoned, pre-marinated meats that are available right out of the package. Just take out the meat, throw them right over the flames. You can go that route, of course, or you can buy your meat raw and just add your own seasoning, obviously. However, I'm going to start now with a grill favorite that I wasn't that keen on at first. It is called kaszanka, which is a blood pudding or a blood sausage. Now, if you've ever tried blood sausage, maybe in the UK in any form, you are close to knowing what it's like to eat this. I've bought this kaszanka today, right here in town.
Oh, I don't think I've had this. But I've seen it in movies and stuff. That's kind of crazy. It looks just like it would in the movies. That's kind of weird.
At my local butcher, it's nice and fresh. I'd like to cut it open it up, and show you what it consists of, what's inside. Let's do that. It is essentially lots of pork blood mixed with buckwheat, seasoned with salt and pepper, garlic, marjoram. What else is there? Allspice. It sometimes includes pieces of liver. I don't like
That sounds really good. What?
Like that, so this one doesn't. Everything is then encased in the intestinal tubes of a pig, tied off on both sides and thrown onto the grill. Sometimes, very often, people wrap it also in aluminum foil to keep the juices in there. If your chef cooks it just right, you should like kaszanka. It's not that bad.
Okay. Okay, someone let me know in the comments. Is this... Okay, so I've never had it. Is it something that is totally dependent on how it's cooked? Is there a way to not cook it right? Just throwing that out there.
Moving on to our next meat, we cannot forget to mention karkówka. Now, I'm kind of struggling with the best English translation for this one. I know in some regions of the US, like Chicago, it's called karkówka, but I've often seen it referred to as Boston butt or pork butt. And if you're wondering why it's called pork butt, it has nothing to do with that part of the pig. It's named after the barrel the meat went into during production. They called those barrels butts. Interesting. But as I was saying, if you've got a Polish friend that can...
That's so random. This guy knows a lot of really good details on things. Because I would have never known about the barrel stuff. That's actually kind of crazy.
Prepare a good karkówka, you are going to be in food heaven. As they say in Polish, niebo w gębie, or heaven in your mouth. Another popular grill meat is flame-broiled, thick-cut pieces of bacon. I love that. You can buy it seasoned or raw. And you also have another option, these long pieces of bacon that are kind of twirled around a stick.
What? Why didn't I think of that? That looks really good. I love bacon. All right, look, I don't eat it as much these days because I've been losing weight. But a good cut of bacon can go a long way for me. I think that's the problem is sometimes when you get If you go cheap on bacon, you can tell really, really quickly that it's cheap. And I'm gonna be honest too. I'm just gonna say it. Might be a little controversial. Some of y'all might not like this. I'm not a fan of turkey bacon. I'm not a fan of any of those fake bacons. I like me some good pork bacon. The real deal. That's all I want.
It's kind of bacon on a stick. You put them right onto the grill just like so. And after a while it cooks up, it burns a little bit. It is so yummy, so delicious. You have to try that. Poles also love a good shashlik or shish kebab. You can make them yourself at home. That's fun to do. Or you can buy them pre-packaged just like this. Just take the shish kebab on the stick, throw them like I did with my sausage right on the grill, and add your marinade. You kind of baste it with a marinade sauce from time to time, and that is a delicious way also. Poles are also masters of cooking fish on the grill, especially trout. Some of the best trout I've ever eaten comes straight off the backyard grill right here in Poland, and there are so many.
What is the fishing laws like over there? Can I just go to like a lake or a pond or something and grab me a trout, if there is any, and then just throw it on a grill real quick, or what?
Great spots, also little restaurants where you can go and order them in different towns. And of course, they haven't missed it. They have the seasoning for that as well, przyprawa do ryb, which is really good. Number 4 on the list, let's talk a little bit about charcoal. Now, I have to admit it, I might make myself look a little ignorant here, but it wasn't until I moved to Poland years ago that I had ever heard of lump charcoal, which really looks like charred tree branches and pieces of tree just stuffed into a bag.
I mean, I'm not a grill expert, but I've seen there's different ways to, like, whatever you use to actually cook the actual meat will affect the flavor. That's why you got propane, you got all these crazy things to do it. So crazy.
I cannot tell you how many grill parties I've been to where the host used this form of charcoal. Back in America, I mostly used charcoal briquettes. And when I think back to my barbecuing days, everyone used that briquette type if they weren't using gas. And
no, that's not true. There's other things that people use.
in America, it was really 2 main brands. You had, I think, Royal Oak and Kingsford charcoal, those kinds. However, in most stores here in Poland, you've got bags of lump charcoal, usually right next to bags of the briquettes. And you can choose the one that kind of works best for you, and it really doesn't matter. Some people say it tastes better on one kind of charcoal than the other. For me, it's all the same. But here in Poland...
That's crazy. That's crazy, man. He's from Texas. He should not be saying anything like that. I'm going to have to disagree, man. I am not liking that he's saying that. Right? Regardless of what you're cooking, there's going to be a difference in taste. It's always... It's just... It's because of how it burns, at the rate that it burns, and how hot that it can stay at, makes a huge difference. Right? And then if you started using, like, there's so many different things nowadays. And that's why I say, like, it's a culture. Like, it's a culture in and of itself for a reason. Like, it's just not A, B. It's like A, B, C, D, E, F, G when it comes to options on a lot of things.
You'll see lump charcoal together with the briquettes. And the only downside, I think, to the lump charcoal is that it seems to burn out a little bit faster than the briquettes.
See, I just told you, there's a difference. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. This is the only thing I disagree with this video. Or
And just by the way, any Americans watching right now, have you heard of lump charcoal? Is lump charcoal available in all of our stores? The last time I was back home, Alabama, Tennessee, I didn't see it.
But that's because you're in Alabama, man. I don't know. It's in Texas. I mean, this video is a little bit older, but in Texas, even then, we had tons of options. That's just like an HEB or, now, not at a gas station. You're not going to find it at a gas station, right? You're just going to find your charcoal briquettes. But even just going to like a hardware store, you can get they have tons of options. So maybe it's just Alabama. I don't know I've never had barbecue in Alabama, so I don't know.
Just didn't see it, but maybe it's a regional thing. Number 5, last point. If you have made it this far in the video, you are probably thinking one of 2 things. 1, I'm starving and I need to barbecue right now. Or 2, what is with this Russell guy? He gets way too excited about normal everyday things in Poland. Guilty. Regardless of what you think though, I just have to show you what a final product looks like when it comes to the Polish
Oh, that looks so good.
sausage. Your sausage should be a little bit burnt. It should be topped off with fresh chives, so onion stalk, cut up and put on top of it. It's a must.
And also, this is another thing too. Like, again, I'm not an expert on this, but Polish people are really good about sauces. They make some really good sauces too.
You should see the seasoning right there. You should have 3 condiments: your ketchup, your mustard, and your delicious. I have to talk about chrzan, horseradish.
And also the bread. I think this is one of the things that's really refreshing about non-American bread in general. American bread is just so sweet, just in general. That I've started to buy non-American brands because I'm just so tired of the sugary bread that we have. So something to think about. So like if you don't like American bread, it's probably for a real, like there's a real reason probably why you don't like it. Like it's just the ingredients. Just don't be shocked if you don't like American bread for the most part. Even like when we make varieties of breads, a lot of the brands here, a lot of the companies here, or the vendors here, they always sweeten it because they know Americans like sugar.
Polish horseradish is just out of this world. I don't know what you do to make this so good, but this one, I really like the one that has śmietana, cream with it, a little creaminess. Yeah.
I can't have too much of horseradish. I'm gonna be honest. I've eaten it before, especially with Polish food, but I'm gonna be honest. Like, I just can't do a lot of it. Maybe you could let me know in the comments. It's probably just a brand, or it wasn't like it could have just been like a brand. Like I had a specific brand that I didn't know about, and it turned out it was like, oh yeah, actually no one eats that brand, or like I don't know. I'm open to any feedback when it comes to horseradish, especially horseradish, because I'm just gonna be honest. I'll eat it and I'll enjoy it, but I can't have a lot of it. I get tired of it.
That sharp flavor of the Polish horseradish, and it goes down easy. I love that. And very important, you cannot eat sausage without the bread. I have yet to meet a Polish person who doesn't eat bread together with his barbecue grill. So the bread has to be there. This is the finished product. That's awesome. Oh, and I'm forgetting one very important thing as well. A good Polish barbecue has to have alcohol. I have never attended a Polish barbecue that didn't serve alcohol.
But at the same time, why would you go to a barbecue with no alcohol? That's all I'm gonna say. Hey, regardless of the country or the culture, I'm just gonna say it. Why would you go to a barbecue with no alcohol? What are you talking about?
And I have to introduce you to my favorite beer. Take it out of the ice here. This is Johannes. It's made by the beer company called Amber. I love this beer, especially when I go to the Polish seaside. It is a must at my grill party. This is my #1 favorite beer in the whole world. It's perfect with the barbecue grill.
Which, by the way, for those watching, I've been trying to get some Polish beers. It is extremely hard to. But also, YouTube can really nuke my channel if I start doing alcohol reviews, just because it's like an age thing. Like there's like different rules and regulations across countries when it comes to reviewing alcohol. So that's one of the reasons why you haven't seen it. But I'm trying to find a way to make it work. So just be more patient on that. But I do want to start trying and reviewing the things that I can get here in the US for now.
In closing, if you've never been to Poland or experienced a Polish barbecue, you have to make sure you get yourself invited to one and just sit back and savor the delicious flavors. Thank you for watching today. If you have not become a subscriber yet, you are missing out. Hit the subscribe button.
Y'all should subscribe to this dude. It's a good video. I actually learned a lot. God, I'm so hungry right now. Oh, no. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are you a part of grilling out culture, barbecue culture? And if you're watching from a different country, do you have that culture? And is it as extensive as kind of what we've been talking about today? Let me know in the comments. I love you guys. Check it out on the next one. Bye-bye. This video is brought to you actually by viewers like you. Thank you so much for subscribing and being part of my journey and allowing me to be a part of yours. Let's create new memories this 2025 on our road to 1 million subscribers. And with all that jazz out of the way, I just want to say thank you so much. I love y'all and enjoy the video.